Well, this is it. My last rant for 2021. Let's make it a good one, shall we? She's America's sweetheart, favorite libloon, the virtue-signaling Green New Deal AOC, used to be known as Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Yes, she's the one that successfully made sure that Amazon and other top job providers did not go to New York City, thus killing the economy along with everything that the outgoing commissar Bill de Blasio added to the financial misery of New York. But AOC apparently isn't as virtuous as she would have you believe. As Omicron cases soar in New York, AOC is in Miami, ringing in the new year, lifting up a glass, toasting with a cocktail, maskless, in a red state, while the people in her state deal with oppressive mandates and regulation. At what point are you going to figure out this is not about science? This is not about health. Again, yes, the cases are exploding. Why? Because we've renamed the cold a variant. And guess what everybody gets in the wintertime? No, they don't get colds anymore. They get the variant. I don't know how to be any more blunt about it than this. I just saw a Facebook post by a relative of mine that because a couple members of the family got the variant, they celebrated Christmas at their home in different rooms. I'm sorry, I'm going to lose it. This isn't going to be pastoral, but I'm going to do it this anyway. Are you out of your freaking mind? Are you really, seriously, that afraid, that delusional, that not paying attention to what's really happening here? Are you serious? You are together. You are not promised or guaranteed tomorrow. As we bring this year to a close, may I invoke a little biblical theology here. No man is promised tomorrow. The Bible says that life is a vapor. It is here one moment and it is gone the next. You're not promised tomorrow. And because you're not promised tomorrow, in fact, you're not even promised the rest of the day. No man knows the day nor the hour when his time is going to come. So live your life. John chapter 10, verse 10, I have come that you might have life and have it more abundantly. People who cut themselves off from friends and family during the holiday season, you do understand you may not be here, or they might not be here for another holiday for you to ever see them, embrace them, talk to them, tell them how you feel about them. But you go ahead. You go ahead. You be a good little Fauci bot. You tweet on Twitter all of this madness and nonsense, and you pretend in your own mind that somehow you are protecting yourself and others, and at the end of the day, we have got to come to grips with reality. The variants, COVID, they're here. We need to declare the pandemic an endemic. We're not going to get to COVID zero. That is not misinformation. That is science. We now have the director of WHO in direct odds and opposition to St. Fauci. The director of WHO is now saying you cannot boost your way out of a pandemic. That, in other words, the virus is here to stay. The incoming new mayor of New York has said he is going to leave de Blasio's mandates in place. That's a mistake, Mr. Mayor. You're going to regret that. The masking up of kids in school, the vaccine passports, everything that you are doing, this is all about playing politics. This is all about virtue signaling. And how do we know? Well, if AOC really believes all this stuff, would she be sitting in Miami, maskless, hoisting a drink? I love the fact, though, that Ron DeSantis decided to troll AOC and sent out a tweet, "Welcome to Florida, AOC. We hope you're enjoying a taste of freedom here in the Sunshine State, thanks to Ron DeSantis' leadership." A follow-up tweet then said, "P.S. We recommend the rock shrimp roll the next time you decide to dine in Miami." I gotta correct Ron DeSantis' team on that. I lived 8 years in Titusville, Florida. The best rock shrimp in all of Florida is served in Titusville, Florida at the Dixie Crossroads restaurant. Best rock shrimp. And for those of you that have no idea what rock shrimp is, oh baby, you've got to get rock shrimp, but you can only get it in Florida. You know, that actually sounds pretty good to me right now. While everybody else worries about, I'll get the variant, I'll get Omicron, maybe I'll just go get some rock shrimp. I know this isn't much of a rant today. I'm not really that angered as much as I am sick of this nonsense. Just absolutely sick of it. And I am encouraging you in the year ahead, don't make a New Year's resolution. Make a New Year's revolution. I'm not talking about violence. I'm not talking about being ugly and nasty and doing anything harmful. What I am telling you to do, stop being complicit. Stop virtue signaling. Take the hat off. Live your life. Period. Enjoy life. And understand that really what they're trying to do right now is not so much about so-called health as it is about control. You will do what we tell you. And you've got Dr. Fauci, who is absolutely the evil mad scientist you have ever seen in any B-horror movie, who is bought and paid for by Big Pharma, sold his soul a long time ago. He is vindictive. He is manipulative. He is a liar. He is addicted to his own philosophies, and this is how we need to do things. Don't ask questions, just obey. So you've got a narcissist lunatic who has collided into an administration with a babbling, drooling on himself, can't remember what he had for breakfast, dementia-ridden puppet president. What could possibly go wrong with that kind of a union? With St. Fauci calling the shots on what we can do, when we can't do it, and even getting on a plane now, you might have to have love potion number 9. I'm sorry, did I miss a meeting where we elected Anthony Fauci to anything? And did I miss where we had a constitutional convention and we just changed the Constitution that we are no longer a representative republic where we are governed by individuals we vote for? They then engage in a legislative process and they pass a bill that becomes a law that the president can sign or veto. Did I miss all of the process that took place where we surrendered all that to let Fauci tell us when we can go back to normal, when we can have a New Year's Eve party, when we can take the mask off, when we can go back to normal, because that insane maniac will never let you go back to normal. He is too addicted to the power. And again, for disclaimer purposes, do what you need to do to protect you and your family. You want to be vaccinated? It's available. You want treatments? They are available. You want to stay away from everybody and live in a cocoon, wearing your mask, showering in your mask? If that's what you need to do to make you feel safe and comfortable, do it. Just don't mandate everybody else do what you're doing. Happy New Year.